In this lesson, I will show you how to emit particles from a surface manually without using the shelf tool. The reason is I will show you how to create it manually without using the shelf tool because there are some students who write in the social media, oh man, he don't create the notes manually, he just depending on the shelf tool to create the effect. So, so why I will not use the shelf tool if they are there, right? So the company, side effect company, created this shelf for using it, not for watching on that, right? So they are just talking, oh man, he just using the shelf tool. He just depending on the shelf tool. Okay, so now I will show you how to create it manually. Are you happy? Okay, so let's create the grid first. Oh, I forgot. I was going to click on the grid in the shelf. Okay, right. So I will go to the network editor and hit tab and type geo, and let's dive inside and delete that, and I will hit tab again and type grid. This is the grid, and let's zoom out and let's move it up a little bit by setting this one to, for example, 3, or let's set that 6, and let's zoom out. And now I will create the auto dop network. I will hit tab and type dop network. And now let's dive inside, and you can of course delete this output node, but let's leave it there. And I will hit tab and type pop object, and I will hit tab and type pop solver. Okay, and again pop source. Okay, so this will be the source of the particle, and this is the particle. I will connect the gray color to the gray color and this purple color source to the pop source, and I will connect the pop solver here. Okay, so if you move the time slider, you will not see anything, any change. So I will select the pop source, and then in the SOP I will click here and I will choose the grid. Okay, so this is the grid. I will choose, you can click on the geo, or you can click on the transform one, which is the last node. Okay, so let's click on the transform one. And now, as you see, we are emitting particles from the grid. As you see, they are stick to the grid because we don't have any force on the particles. You can select the pop source and then go to attributes, and here I will change that to add to inherited velocity. And if I change the variation a little bit, the velocity, sorry, and hit play, now the particles moving. Okay, and another thing, if you go to the source, and here you see emission type, so you can change that, for example, to all points, and now the particles will be emitted just from the points on the grid. As you see, every point emitting particle. Or you can choose all geometry. As you see, now the geometry is duplicating itself, and we have here points, and again it's a little bit working like the all points. Okay, and we have the scatter onto surface. This will scatter the points on the surface. Okay, and now let's add a gravity. I will hit tab and type gravity. Let's connect that here, and now the particles going down, right? And now let's add a ground that will collide with the particles. We will add that manually without using the shelf tool. Okay, so I will hit tab and type ground. This is the ground plane, and we need another solver to the ground. We will hit tab and type static object, sorry, I will hit tab and type static solver, and let's connect that here. And now we will merge both solvers together by hitting tab and type merge. I will merge that and this one here, and we can move the gravity here and connect that here too. Okay, I will delete this node, I don't need that for now. And now if I hit play, let's see, as you see, the particles is not colliding with the ground. The reason is, if you select the merge, you need to change the effector relationship to mutual. So now they will collide with the ground. Okay, and I will go to the object level, and now we will import the particles to another geometry. We will hide that, and now I will hit tab and type geometry, and let's call that result. Okay, and I will dive inside and I will delete this node. Now I will hit tab and type dop import. You can choose the dop import or the dop IO. Okay, so I will choose one of them, dop import. As you see, this dop import doesn't have a cache tab, so we will type again dop, and I will choose this one. So this one has a save to file. Okay, so you can choose both of them if you want. So I will select the dop, and here in the dop network I will choose which dop network I want to import the particles from, which is, we have just one. Okay, I will hit tab and the dop node, and this is, here you can specify what you want to import. So I will click here, and in the dop network I want to import the particles, which is the pop object. Okay, and let's see if that works. Go there, we will reset the simulation. It's not working, just 1 second. I will see why it's not working. Checked. See, it should work, but it's really weird why it's not working. Okay, so you need to change that to particles. I forget to click on the presets. Okay, so you need to change the presets to particles. Okay, so now we imported the particles to the geometry. Okay, so now we can of course hide the autodop network. Okay, so that's how you can create particles manually. Are you happy? Okay, see you in the next lesson. So you noticed how time it took us to create it manually, right? So here I have just a grid, so I will select the grid, and if I go to the particle shelf and I will click on source particle emitter, so now we'll emit from the geometry, and it's done. Okay, so we are saving a lot of time by using the shelf tool. Okay, so see you in the next lesson.